Okay, now let's continue with the question 6. Now we have this equation, guys. If you look at both sides, they do have the same base. If you want the equations they'll be balanced, that means your exponents, doesn't matter it's long or short expression or it's just single number, single variable, they need to be the same. Okay, please remember that. That means -1 times 3x plus 2 need to be equivalent to 3 times 5x minus 4. Okay, now this is solving few multiple step equation. You are distributing first since we have parentheses. And that will be -1 times 3x, that's -1, negative 3x. -1 times 2 will give you -2. The right side distributing as well. 3 times 5x give you 15x. 3 times -4 will give you -12. Alright, in order to solve for x, you need to get x by itself, right? That means you need to collect all the x terms. So I want an x on my right side. I'm going to get rid of -1x by using its opposite, which is plus. Plus 1x, plus 1x. Okay, this is gone. And you have -2 left. On the left side, the right side, you have 16. 15x plus 1x give you 16x minus 12. Okay? Not there yet, but we're close. You need to get all the number on one side. So how? We need to add 12. Okay, that give you 10. And you have a 16x. Right, one more step. Divide both sides by 16. Because this is a multiplication between them. 16. And this is gone. You have an x by itself. 10 over 16. This you can simplify because you don't have that choice. That means you need to simplify. Reduce the number into 5 over 8. This is our answer. Okay, so 5 over 9, sorry, 0. 5 over, I think I make a mistake somewhere. Oh, sorry, this is -3x, my bad. So that should be -3x, so that is 18. 18. Divide both sides by 18 instead of 16, so that should be 5/9. Okay, all right, that's one. I'm gonna show the first couple steps because question 7 is very similar to question 6. So if you have an exponential equation, you want to solve it, your first reaction is common bases, right? You want to change that into the same base. If that doesn't work, of course, you still have a log. You can take a log to both sides. The second method. All right, so when I look at 27, the number 27 and 9 stand out. I'm thinking about common base 3, right? I know 9 is a fraction, but we can write the fraction into negative exponents, so 1 doesn't really matter. What you need to pay attention is denominator 9. Okay, so on the left side, 27, you can write it as 3 to the third power. For the 9, first of all, write it as 1 over 3 squared. Then you write it as 3 to the negative, the power of the negative 2. And then now we go back to the equation. We replace 27 with the 3 third, right? This one, because they are equivalent. And just add the exponent back. And the right side, 9, you're going to replace it with 3 to the negative 2 power. And once again, we just copy the original exponent back, those two. Okay, now we have the same base. need to apply the power rules, multiply the exponents. All right, so keep the base 3, keep the base 3. The exponent, you have a 3 times 2x minus 8. Okay, put the parentheses around. All right, the right side, same thing. You multiply the exponent, negative 2 times x plus 3a. All right. Okay, now up to here, you notice both sides have the same base. That means the exponents need to be the same. Let me highlight that. Exponent need to be the same. Okay, so you have a 3 times 2x minus a equal to negative 2 times x. This is plus 3a. Okay, what you need to do is just solve for the x. I know that's a two variable, but for a, just treat it as a number. Your goal is always isolate x. Okay, now I'm not gonna go further and showing you more steps. The answer for this question is number 3. The following step is just solving equation for the x. All right, next one. Okay, here you guys need to remember this formula. Q t equal to q of 0 times 1 plus p, you raise it to the t power. Okay. Q over 0, that is initial. P is a percent or the rates. When you see the percentage sign, that is 1 represent P. And what else? T is the time. However, here be careful, you have hour, and the other one you have date. Okay, that means you need to, first of all, need to convert a day into equal to 24 hours. Okay, now from there, we can do substitution. QO equal to 10. This is Q0. T equal to 24 hours. And this is P. Okay, you know what? Let me just write it down here. P is 22.5%. That is 0.225. Q of 0 equal to 10. T equal to 24 hours. Alright, so let's substitute. Substitute Q of 0 with the 10. 1 plus P, 0.225. You raise it to 24 hours. Enter everything into your calculator. Your answer should be 4. Okay, next one. Okay, so question 9. Once again, if you see the fraction, you know you can actually write it as the negative exponent. This one, you can write it as b to the negative 3. Alright, so here, let's just copy down b to the negative 3. Now, there's a couple ways to do that. You can move power rule, move the power to the front, the exponent, right? For this part, alright, b to what power give you b? Of course, that's 1. So that means this part equal to 1. So you have a negative 3 times 1. That give you negative 3. Okay? Alright, next one. Okay. Which of following is not in the domain, guys? I need you to remember this part. This part always need to be greater than 0. If it's x, you want to find out the domain, that means 2x minus a need to be 0. But here, if you look at the question, it's not on the domain. So we can try it and then just plug in the value. If anything we plug in give us that is less than or equal to 0, which is opposite, right? That means it's not in the domain. Okay, let's try it. So if you try x equals to 5, 2 times 5, replace it with a 5. 2 times 5 minus 8, 10 minus 8. Is it less than 0? No, it's not. So it is in the domain. Okay, the second one, 2 times 2 minus 8, right? Now this, you replace x with a 2. And is it less than 0? Let's find out. 4 minus 8, negative 4. It is less than 0 or equal to 0. So that is our choice. Okay. Be careful with the question. Sometimes it's asking the domain. Sometimes it's asking not in the domain. If the question is asking in the domain, you need to set out the inequality like this. If it's in the domain, if it's looking for the domain, that means this part, all right, whatever, doesn't matter how long the expression is, this part need to be greater than 0, and you just solve it. Solve for x, right? This is gone. 2x greater than 8, x is greater than 4. So that is a domain, okay? Or you can just go straight to find the domain and then see which one is not greater than 4, then that is the answer you're looking for. Okay, now let's take a look at this one. First of all, please get rid of 5 first. Why? Because this is like a whole family, okay? They are together. And this is another one. So this person need to go. So divide both sides by 5. Cancel out. You have a b x to the power of negative 3, 7 over 5. Okay, up to here, I'm gonna need you guys think about, right? In the past, we talk about b to the exponent equal to 8. How can we write it as a log? Okay, same thing. You have a b base. Let me just color code it. All right, and that will be a here equal to e here. Okay, now if you look at this one, it's in the format of this exponential equation. Now identify b still be b, right? A is 7/5, right? This part. E is the exponent, x minus 3. How would you convert it? So you take the log, you keep the base is still base. All right, A is 7/5, E is x minus 3. Okay, so we are so close right now. Now, we want to get x by itself. If you look at the question, that means we need to add 3 to both sides. All right, so let's just copy down, and then we can do evaluation later. Log b, base b, 7 over 5 plus 3 equal to x. All right, so this is our answer. Okay, now, if you look at the choices, we don't see it. It doesn't mean we got it wrong. 7 over 5, if you convert it into decimal, it will become 1.4. Okay, so we have our answer, this one. Doesn't matter if you want to switch those two, you put the 3 in the front or on the second place, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is our answer.